much blood, lust.
This entire place is splattered in blood.
Someone must really dislike imps.
Another human here to end me? Away with you! The void is coming for me. Away with you, damned Reaper! Take your scythe to grain, not my soul! The bane of all life-loving souls, maniacs and their gods. The humans, they wanted Lord Boreas's great starstone, so they fashioned him a staff, the elemental staff. It makes him king, for it dethroned his brothers. So glad was he with power, yet another bane, that we were given to the humans and their knives. Stone of stars, stone of blood, accursed be. In his castle, in the dungeon, the fortress we built him, all he longs for is eternal winter, a season of pain and imprisonment everlasting. Fear not like I must. Away, damned Reaper, away!
I suppose we can't be surprised, can we? Madness befits the feeble-minded. Ah, Source Hunter. I had so hoped to avoid meeting you here. But perhaps we were bound to face one another. Your kind have long interfered with mine, after all. You must think me quite the villain, mustn't you? The things you've seen. Without the proper context, I can imagine it's all quite shocking. Horrific, even. And I suppose you must have pictured me, some bloodthirsty madwoman, intent on what, I wonder? Power? Gold? Chaos for its own wild sake? The truth is rather less simple than the imagination would conceive. Surely, the sight of a bit of blood doesn't turn your stomach, Source Hunter. No, I imagine you've become more than accustomed to such things. If only my dear Immaculates took the same approach to our great work, but it seems all too often that only the most vicious of them rise up to the required tasks. All the same, these deaths were necessary. Soon enough, the pain they suffered, and pain you have suffered, Source Hunter, will be washed away, cleansed. This is my promise to all of Rivellon. You know as well as I the enlightening capacity of these stones, Source Hunter. I've heard tell that you've been zapping the life from precious star stones, and that you are bolstered by the power within them. Your experiences are unique in all of Rivellon's history, but you are hardly the only player in this story. As Starstone enlightens you, its child, Bloodstone, enlightens something of my own creation. Death. I've nearly forgotten the meaning of the word, what it means to most. But I am no monster, Source Hunter. Like you, I have seen the living snatched so senselessly from this world. and I have mourned. But I have also discovered that weeping was senseless. Like infants, we squall, clinging to a day that is not ours to keep. Now that I know the truth, I am free. What you see as slaughter is in fact a dispassionate process. I take no more pleasure in this so-called destruction than a wave takes in the flood. What I do must be. I wish you could understand. So you have seen it? Yes, it's as I thought. You and I have more in common than you think. You know as well as I that the void is coming. In fact, if I'm very precise, it's already here. But you needn't be afraid. The void is ourselves. We are destined to rejoin it. Tut-tut, Source Hunter. You and I both know I could hardly trust you with such information. Though if you continue stomping around in my wake, you're sure to understand soon enough. Barbarism. Quite a chauvinistic term to apply to something one hardly comprehends, isn't it? But I will concede, the power I intend to bring to bear upon Rivellon is no more divine than your boot. We are free agents, Source Hunter, all of us, and we owe no higher power our blood or our flesh. I have posed as a priest in service of a truth greater than any goddess could hope to be. And here I believed I was starting to reach you. My foolish optimism bears yet another disappointment. But I do believe we agree on one particular point, Source Hunter. This does indeed end now.
Enlightened ones, your conduit calls you to your ultimate purpose. Heed the void's call. Offer your souls to the demons that beckon you. Charming of Astarte to send her scouts upon me, but no matter. The bloodstone is mine, and the witch cannot be saved.
on my feet again. Sweet relief!
Vermin! Another starstone, another piece of ourselves, perverted towards Leandra's will.
Soon she'll have desecrated our very souls. We've got to end this, and soon.
Nothing Leandra might do could shake our identities. We are source hunters. Our job is to destroy that which would harm Rivellon.
I feel a great sorrow for the Red Woman. She seems to seek right-doing, but her means are bloody and terrible. When she realizes her mistakes, her suffering will be great. I very much hope for this. In her heart is a cold season, blinding as snow. But perhaps this season, like the others, will peak and then give way to another.
It has been conclusively proven, Source Hunter. The Immaculates are nothing more than vile servants of demons. They must perish to a man. We must show no mercy. be they any exponent of human nature, man or woman, fair or foul, sweet or savage. They must all be put to the sword without exception. Blood begets blood. Demons beget death. It is a great relief to me indeed to know we steer the same course. A course plotted in blood that cleaves through a scarlet sea. Mercy doesn't misguide you, Hunter, and a good thing that is too. For what happens to the clement predator? It starves. No. Better to steer my straightforward course. The course of the sword aimed at the heart of all that is demon-aligned.
Bless the Seven, I am restored! A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
With this incantation, we can pass the force field that bars the way into the castle.
High time for an audience with King Boreas, I say.
I'd trade my gauntlets for a hot drink.
I've spotted something interesting.
Such pointless loss of life. So, you have tracked me down, have you? The last hour of Act 6 strikes. He is to be undone by the devils that call themselves Immaculates. Immaculate, even though they are so very violently flawed of mind and soul. Go on, do it. I have no fight left in me. You're not. Could it be I finally meet some sanity in this twisted realm of fairy? By all means, let us talk then, and behave like civilized beings. Things of nightmare, human. They came here, your kind, because they were promised a special stone by the king of this land. We served him loyally, our sovereign, the great Boreas, but he betrayed us. We were surrendered to the Immaculates so that they could slaughter us and fuel the stone with our blood. For what unholy purpose, I do not know. Some of us rebelled and ran, of course we did. But they've been tracking us through the storm. We were able to fight off and even kill a couple of our pursuers. But now, I fear I am the last one left. So I have. The fates must be conspiring against me. We barely managed to escape the knives of the Immaculates, only to be waylaid by elementals gone haywire. Luckily, they seemed to be as bent on one another's destruction as they were on ours. But the fact remains, I am the only one alive to tell the tale. It's all King Boreas' doing. It must be. He is the one who unleashed this storm, and he is the one behind all this elemental madness. You must know that we imps have wandered many a world after our escape from demon overlords in the frightful dimension of Nemesis centuries ago. After long and arduous travels through untold earths, some of us ended up here in the land of Fairy. Boreas, not yet king at the time, welcomed us because he had heard of our reputation as master builders. So we built him his fortress and his prison, riddled them with the traps and trickery he desired, and in return, we were given a new home. But we mistook his ambition for kindness. In blood did we pay for our gullibility. I thought it was naught but a pretty jewel, said to have fallen from the sky. But when they poured blood over it, the stone seemed to soak it up with a greedy thirst indeed. It's like it became alive. It teemed with energy, like looking into the eye of a dragon. She smiled her wicked smile, the leader of the Immaculates. That woman is truly evil. She delights in slaughter and rivers of blood. I haven't, no. But if you're looking for her around these parts, chances are she's been dragged into the dungeons of the king. He keeps a prison from which there is no escape. I should know. I built it. It is located in the Fire Temple, where my poor brethren were massacred, and the very place where we imps created many